guys, I made a diaper cake recently and I want to show you how I do this one because it's super easy to do compared to other ones I've made, and then a couple tips and tricks. I mean, there's plenty of diaper cake tutorials online, but I wanted to show you some things that made it easier for me and how to make this one. So the first tip is whenever you're rolling up the diapers, the individual diapers, you want to make sure you start from the top of the diaper instead of the bottom of the diaper, because you see how like the ends kind of stick out. It doesn't look as neat and put together. But if you start at the top of the diaper and then you end up at the bottom where it's folded, it just looks a little neater and, you know, more representable. I don't know what I'm saying, but you get the point. And make sure you wrap it tight, because if not, your rolls are going to end up being flat after you put the rubber band on it. So rub it nice and tight and start from the top of the diaper, and then make sure your rubber band goes in the middle of the diaper. And then whenever you're assembling the layers, make sure that you don't have huge gaps. Make sure it's all filled in and looks nice. Make sure your rubber band is not too tight to where it's pushing the middle of the diapers into each other, to where it like bows out. And then just make sure that it's not too loose either, so it stays together, of course. And then that the rubber band just lays on top of the other rubber bands. And yeah, and then put them all together. Usually you can use a stick or something to keep them on top of each other, but the way I'm doing this cake, you don't need to do that, and I'll show you why after we do. Yep, I'm losing my mind after we cover it with the tool. So you just need to get some tulle in the color of your choice. You can do it in pink, you can do it in blue. I already had some white, so I went ahead and did the white. And then make sure you have enough to cover each layer of your cake. And then you just want to cut it out once you have the size that you need. Roll it out, put it on there, make sure it's going to cover the top, and then cut. I like to use 2 layers instead of 1 layer because tulle is kind of a thinner material and it kind of looks better that way. You can always use 2 different colors like pink and purple, however you want to do it. It's totally up to you, of course, but yeah, so just cut it to fit and then bunch it up in the middle, and then you can either glue it down or you can take a rubber band and stick it together on top. It's totally up to you. Just try not to get any hot glue or anything on the diapers if you choose to do it that way, because they will be needing to use these diapers. On my bottom layers, I actually just tuck them in between the diapers as long as there isn't like a huge gap. It works pretty well and it stays, and I don't have to worry about getting glue on the diapers. And just make sure on the sides that you straighten up the losing my mind. Straighten up the sides so it doesn't look like it's bulging out. Now for the top layer, I just bundle it all up into the top, and then put a rubber band around the top, and then just let the top, what in the world, what do you call that? Like just the little top part of the tulle stick out, because you know it kind of looks cute on the top of the cake. So that's all I do for the top, and then I just let it sit. You can also do this with other fabric. But I like to do it with tulle because you can see through it. You can tell that it's you know, there's diapers underneath. But anyway, I add a rubber band and then you just add a ribbon afterwards to make it look all pretty, and then spread out the tulle that's sticking out at the top. So this is what the top layer looks like. You can still see the rubber bands. They both need ribbon to be covered up, but just to give you an idea of what it looks like. So then you need to add the ribbon in order to cover up the rubber bands. I add the ribbon on the outside. I chose this jungle ribbon because that's the theme of the baby shower that I was making this for. You can use any ribbon, obviously, but and then I just wrap it around to the back and then put a drop of hot glue on the ribbon so it doesn't touch the diapers, and that way it can stay on. And then you can do the top, and the top I did the same thing, but I added a bow around the top of the tulle, and then I added some rhinestones, because this is for a girl's party. The rhinestones were like $1 for a sheet at, I wouldn't say Target, I know they got them at my Gold Walmart everywhere, just to add some bling bling, you know, totally optional. As long as you cover the rubber band, you're good. So here's a close-up of what my layers look like with the ribbon. You can't see the rubber band, and then I just added the little rhinestone. And after the rhinestones, it looked something like this. Sorry, by the way, that I sound like, I don't know, in a depressed mode. I'm a little sick, and my throat is not exactly wanting me to do all a happy, exciting voice. So I'm trying very hard to be happy. It's just, I don't know, my voice makes it hard. Promise I'm happy. But whenever I assembled it, I just simply put a drop of hot glue on the netting and glue the netting together, and it stays perfectly fine without using any sticks. And then I just took the little baby shoes, and I got those, I think it was like a 6-pack or an 8-pack for $1 at the dollar store. And then I just added those one on top of each layer, but of course you can add whatever. I think this cake would have been cute with like little jungle animals, but I didn't have time to get jungle animals. But anyway, you get the point. Add some little cute things on the side. But because you have it covered in fabric, you can use hot glue to assemble certain things and add certain things without getting it on the diaper. So it makes it a little bit easier, and it holds it all together. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. It means the world, and thanks for tolerating my crazy voice. Subscribe for more DIYs and party stuff and mom stuff. And I don't know, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And this is a video of me trying to get my 2-year-old to wave goodbye, but he was not having it because he was playing and he was way too busy for me. In this video, my husband is making fun of me because I had no idea he was recording. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, seriously. And yeah, bye y'all, love yous.